I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
Tevin, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 254 of the Shot Season podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, before we kick off the episode, my usual housekeeping message, please head over to our Instagram page, the Strap Season Podcast, or our Twitter page, the Strap Season Pod. There's a link in the bio on both those pages, and that link will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you like audio, video, audio visuals, sorry, then yes, we'll have the usual Spotify links, etc., YouTube links, and short form content. The TikTok channel page is also linked there as well. So make sure you do that for us, guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Flowz, as usual, hope you're good, my bro. Hope you're keeping cool.
How are you?
Yep, good, thank you, good, thanks. Man. Where do we start this week? I think there's only one place to start, really. There was only one card that we talked about, really. And even though we didn't talk about the main fight of the card, there was definitely interest from us for one of the undercards. And this was actually, I think, the first fight on the undercard as well, Flowz. It wasn't even the big, it wasn't like, I'm pretty sure it was, the very first fight of the card. But to us, it was the most important fight, I guess. Tevin Farmer, Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield. Now, we didn't really preview it too tough last week, Flowz, but obviously, leading up to the fight, leading up to the fight, was seeing the preamble. And I think we both knew we were always going to tune in for this one anyways, regardless. Yeah. But seeing that little face-off that they did, I think definitely got the juices going. Courtesy of Floyd Schofield Sr. Now, Flowz, we probably have to revisit because I know we've done this before plenty of times, but our rankings of boxing dads?
Yeah.
We're going to have to revisit it because I'm telling you, bro, Schofield Sr. is flying up those ranks.
Funniest, man.
How can the face-off between him, the face-off that was meant to be between Tevin Farmer and his son, Junior, turned into Tevin Farmer versus Senior? To the point where they actually pulled up a chair for Senior to talk. And Junior became a neutral party. He was like, yeah, I hear what my dad's saying, but I hear what Tevin's saying as well. Blah, blah, blah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I couldn't believe it. I'm watching it, and I think I was like working. I'm listening to it more than watching it. Then all of a sudden, I'm hearing a fourth voice in the mix. I was like, wait. Then I look, and the cameraman's panning the camera to Floyd Sr. sitting in the as he's drawing away. What was it? Chris Mannix, who was mediating. Yeah. He's having to say, no, let Junior speak. He's having to interrupt and interject.
Yeah.
Every time Senior talks. Next I look and see just pulled up a chair and he's right next to them in the middle of the face-off.
Bro, in that face-off, Senior spoke more than Junior.
Yeah.
Way more than Junior. It was nuts.
Him and Tevin going back and forth arguing. Tevin's not even facing Junior at this point. He's turning around, joining with Senior. Yeah. Funny.
He's flipping hilarious. And like I said, we've said before, something that's probably highlighted before in this pod, that boxing dad syndrome is real. They're all the same. They're all characters. They're all hilarious. Bill Haney, Teofimo Senior, the original Angel Garcia. What's his name? Guerrero's dad. They're all the same character. It's insane. And Floyd Schofield Sr. definitely is one of these characters as well. He talks a lot on his son, as in he's bullish every single time. Yep. In fact, from what I knew, he was a joker, Flowz. For when he outed his son for pooing on himself during the sparring session with Shakur. That's why I said this guy's nuts. He's insane.
And the thing is, again, it was Junior who was being interviewed. And my man interjected to add that for no reason.
Junior is almost like, it's literally like, and again, okay, Teofimo is kind of different because he is very vocal. But when we look at the dynamic of boxing dads, Bill Haney talks way more than Devin. Well, in real life anyways. On Twitter, Devin's undefeated. But in real life, Bill does most of the talking, let's be real. If we look at Angel and Danny barely spoke. Danny barely spoke a word.
Yeah.
It was all
Angel
Angel.
was talking.
Angel, and it's quite similar here. Scott
Kenny?
Jr. doesn't talk. Huh? Oh yeah, Sean and Kenny. I forgot. How can I forget Kenny Porter?
Kenny Porter.
Kenny Porter was pulling up, looking fly with his son. Big bust down chain.
Oh man.
When bro said you're spending all your son's money. It was true.
Man.
Bro, I saw Kenny pull up with some like fine babes. Like, yeah, too funny. Bro, hey, I ain't seen Kenny Porter in a minute, man. I missed that guy. But anyways, yeah, Kenny did most of the talking for Sean. And we look at Floyd Schofield Jr. He barely talks. He's not a talker, clearly. His dad, though, is quick to run that mouth. And he's a funny guy, obviously. He's got a little high-pitched voice. But remember, he's a goon, apparently, because when he checks your call to check my resume.
Keyshawn as well was going crazy.
Keyshawn he checked, yeah. He said, you better check my resume.
Do your Googles.
But Flowz, the takeaway was they were, especially Senior, hella bullish that Junior was going to smoke Tevin Farmer and stop him in a bad way. Now, watching that face-off, bro, and obviously seen the two of these two fight before, we said before, we're big Tevin Farmer advocates on this pod. Someone that is a highly skilled boxer, has been given an unfair shake so many times, been robbed so many times. But when Senior's there going, we're going to do this to you. At first, I'm there thinking, I'm there thinking straight away, bro. I've heard this before. You said the same thing about Shakur, about when you do to face Shakur, and we saw what happened. You got pulled out in dodgy fashion. And yeah. So I'm thinking, look, your typical boxing dad gassing up his son. There's no way he's going to do Tevin Farmer dirty. And in fact, Flowz, I'll be so real, I fancy Tevin for this. Because I look at the opponents that Tevin's been in the ring with. Just to play the guy who's meant to be the killer, the next big thing. Tevin Farmer took him to deep waters twice and arguably won the first fight. And Schofield's last performance was against that Giron, I think it was, Rene Giron. And that's the fight he didn't look good in. Remember, Flowz, that's the fight where he got rocked and stumbled to his stool. So the levels of opponent, Flowz, you've gone from a Giron to a Tevin Farmer. To me, that gap was too big, especially when you didn't even look good against Giron. So I'm there thinking, boy, I think Tevin Farmer's going to really expose Kid Austin and treat him. But we'll see. But yeah, watching that face-off, Flowz, were you believing the hype of what Senior was saying? Or were you thinking, it's going to be hard for you? Tevin Farmer's going to be hard work for you, this boy.
It's funny. I had an inkling that Tevin Farmer he's almost an enigma in the wrong way. Because he could go out and surprise you with a great performance and get robbed. And then he can drop a stinker when you expect him to win, almost. Or expect him to beat someone. Now, look, we know what happened in the outcome. He could go on and be a problem for someone else, almost. Yeah. So I wasn't really sure of what the outcome would be. Expected it to be a test for Floyd. But it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. So I was more enjoying it. I was seeing it as entertainment. I was laughing. But it's on both of you, man, to go out and show us. So I was just saying, let's see. This is the fight I just want to see. I can't really predict too much what's going to happen. But yeah.
Day before the fight now, obviously, weigh-ins come. We see Tevin Farmer actually misses weight. So that did send a little bit of alarm bells. He missed weight. He was 0.4 over. He came back 30 minutes later after doing some sweat work and whatnot, and he became bang on the weight. So there was a bit of a weight issue, but he made weight calmly afterwards. And the fight happened now, Flowz. And I kid you not, bro, nothing could have prepared me for what happened. I was stunned. I was so stunned. Because when we talk about statements made, in my opinion, Flowz, this is up there with one of the statements of the year. I'll be so real. Maybe I'm overgetting, but I didn't expect this at all. I did not expect this. Wait, Flowz, I can't, wait.
I'll say the
But yeah.
context.
Oh, yeah. Oh, say that again.
Yeah,
Sorry. It cut out. It cut
yeah,
out. Sorry. I didn't hear.
yeah. Context as well added
Yeah.
to everything. Given what happened last year with him pulling out versus the
Yes.
Shakur fight, being in hospital,
Yep.
supposedly poisoned, got cooked
Yep.
for it.
Uh-huh.
All that context that added to what he done was
Yeah.
mad.
Very impressive, bro. From their first exchange, they both exchanged at the same time. Kid Austin's landed flush and caught Tevin. Tevin Farmer, who we know is notoriously hard to catch, defensively very sound, very tough to catch. He's been caught by Kid Austin, flush. At first, I couldn't really tell what happened, Flowz. I can't lie, in exchange. I wasn't sure who, because I think Tevin caught him as well, but I just think Kid Austin just caught him. He had a bigger equalizer. Boom, he's dropped Farmer. Bro, Farmer's looked shocked. Farmer's been like, what the hell happened just there? Obviously, he's gotten up now, and Kid Austin's unloaded on him, gone crazy. And I knew it was over. It was. Did he drop him twice, and then after he dropped him a second time. Farmer's got up again. There's still so much left in the round, bro. 90 seconds have passed, and he's unloaded again. The referees jumped in and stopped it, and that was all she wrote. You see wild celebrations from Kid Austin. He himself looked shocked. He couldn't believe it himself. But yeah, Flowz, how surprised were you to see that? Tevin Farmer stopped him in 90 seconds? Mad.
It was so crazy because I loaded it up a bit late.
Yeah.
And as I loaded up, I've seen both of them scrapping. Like, from unloading. I was like, who's hurt? It looks like someone's hurt. But this is a split second. I was like, look, then I see Farmer go down. Boom, get caught with two shots. Boom, goes down. And I look at the time. Round one, a minute's gone. And I hear the commentator say he's down for a second time. it's a minute's gone and he's down for the second time. And he gets up, he looks all over the place. I had to go watch it back. And I'm seeing the first shot Kid Austin lands, already buzzes Farmer. The second shot drops him.
Yep.
Then another shot drops him again. And then, it gets to the stoppage. And he almost shuts down Tevin Farmer. He gets stopped on his feet almost. And the ref does the right thing and jumps in. So, unbelievable statement. Wouldn't have expected that. First round mauling or demolishing.
Bro, Tevin Farmer's tough, man. Yeah, bravo. But like, it's so unexpected. It's like, people may look at Tevin Farmer's record and say, oh yeah, they see 9 losses or whatever. Yeah. But again, we know boxing very, very well. We've watched Tevin Farmer for a long time. That boy is tough. He's very, very tough. He's very strong. And he's very stubborn to get, he's hard to get rid of. And he's known for being very elusive, tough to hit, blah, blah, very sound defensively. So for him to get stopped in 90 seconds in the first round, that's a crazy statement to me, man. No matter however you want to cut and dice it. Especially coming off, as you said, the context. Pulled out of Shakur fight, looked horrible. I mean, as in got killed. His previous fight before Shakur was against a guy that he didn't look too impressive against. Got memed the hell out of. You know what I mean? So to step up and do that to Tevin, hats off, man. Hats off, Floyd. And to be honest, bro, he himself looked shocked. I'll be sorry. He himself looked shocked. He was crying. Tears of joy that he did it. Senior was there smiling. I told you so. Senior was there saying, I told you so. Look, no one believed that was going to happen apart from Senior, bro. I'm telling you. I don't even think Junior.
Only Senior.
Brother, I don't even think Junior thought that was going to happen. Only Senior said that was going to happen. So crazy. But excellent work, Kid Austin. I got no corn to send you away. Keep doing that. Showing that potential. We know he hits hard. Very strong, very athletic. He was able to put it together in a big way. And it's obvious now, obviously, the winner of Cepeda Shakur. It's funny because Senior, I was obviously, loading up just like you. I know you're loading up trying to find every Senior interview you can find right now. But, him and his dad, they're talking about, it has to be Shakur next, this, that. Acting as if they didn't pull out before. But anyways, it's cool. We'll let that slide. But yeah, hopefully, obviously, Shakur needs to win first because he's against. Oh, I expect him to beat Zepeda, but Shakur versus Kid Austin, the winner of the Zepeda Shakur fight should fight Kid Austin, and I look forward to it, man, because yeah, that was a very, very impressive win for Kid Austin still. So yeah, I've got bro, I've got no corn to send his way. Impressive. What can I say?
Yeah, done his thing. I still think it's the wrong idea to call out what Shakur and Tank and all them. But look, yeah, he's within his right. He has to fight these men if he wants to be the greatest. So, but yeah, look, I'm glad he's doing it because all these men need to mix it in. I don't think he's on the level of Shakur. Maybe see it actually. Yeah, he's probably ahead of Dula.
Yeah.
Keyshawn's there. Look, it don't even matter. Make these fights happen because it's entertaining. You can only show us how good you are based on actually taking these men on. So
Word.
step up.
Word.
I don't mind.
You're here now.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. And Farmer, as you said, bro, he showed us so much in the Cepeda fight that he still had so much left.
Yeah.
And as you said, he is a bit of an enigma because I don't think he's finished. He can easily go and give another guy hell. But yeah, I know he's vexed. Because he was so sure, obviously, and confident that Kid Austin is not on his level. And he's gone and got blasted out of there in one round in 90 seconds. It's insane. Crazy. But head up, Tevin. We still rock with you on this pod. But yeah, it's Kid Austin's time now, I guess. Simple. How you creeping?
Because I saw Tevin Farmer's comments after the fight, and he says he thought the ref stepped in too early. I was like, "You're bugging, Tevin."
yeah, Tevin. Sorry, bro.
Sorry, bro. Tevin, you lost it.
Yeah, Tevin. Sorry.
He even said way too early. The ref stepped in way too early. I was like, "No way."
Tevin, man.
The ref even gave you a chance.
He did
because when the ref was telling you to, do you want to continue, step to the side, you were looking shaky.
He was. Yep. Word.
You were looking shaky. And the point in which you stopped it, your hands were down, you got buzzed. He saved you, really and truly. Yeah. So I have no issues with the stoppage. But look,
same.
As we said, Tevin can come again. Yeah, I've personally written him up before the Zepeda fight. I thought he was finished.
Facts.
Showed me life. Showed me more than life. In fact, in those two Zepeda fights. So I ain't gonna say he's finished again now because he can come and give someone else help.
I agree
for sure.
I agree. Yeah. Shout out to the Schofields, man. Yeah, as you said, Flowz, it's Schofield Senior interviews all week.
Yeah,
all week. Cool. On that card as well, Flowz, we had Zerdo versus Dorticos. Just worth mentioning that as well to the listeners. Good, decent fight. Zerdo, as expected, came away with a W. Don't know if you caught that one, Flowz, but Dorticos started quite fast, quite well. But Zerdo was able to, I think, just use. He started a bit slow, to be honest, Zerdo, but he was able to, I think, just use his class and also the fact that Dorticos is pretty old. So I think by the 5th, 6th, Dorticos started to fade, to be honest. And that's when Zerdo really started to take control. And then, yeah, from second half of the fight onwards, it was just kind of all Zerdo, to be honest, from his activity and his work rate. He was just outworking Dorticos. And I remember he buzzed him, I think, in maybe round 11, I think, or just before round 11. But yeah, comfortable win for Zerdo. And he said afterwards, yeah, he's looking for a title, which is obviously what we want to hear. Now, I fully expect. Well, you shake your head, Flowz. You don't think you really?
That's what's next.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, there's nothing else. There's nothing else left for both, man. We know his excellency will, we know he's not playing around, so we know that he's gonna set that up there, both, under the Riyadh season banner, I guess. So yeah, I fully expect that fight to happen next. And I look forward to it when that happens. Yeah, man. But it's only a matter of time, I'm sure. They're both negotiating, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah. See it.
Any words for the main event, Flowz, on that? I didn't even pay attention.
I didn't see it. I saw the scorecards.
Yeah.
I saw shout out Jake Paul. Fair play. Look, yeah, Chavez ain't serious.
I was going to say, Flowz, the rigged allegations are even stronger now because they're saying now, how can Chavez not throw punches? I didn't even say nothing because look, with these Jake Paul fights, Flowz, at this point, you're not going to beat the rigged allegations. I will just say this. There's a reason why Jake Paul chose Chavez Jr. Clear reason. And if you go back and watch Chavez Jr.'s last couple fights in boxing, you'll see that reason.
Yeah, this is the second time he's lost to a non-boxer. He lost to Anderson, who Jake Paul beat. Yeah, Anderson Silva, who Jake Paul beat. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, shout out to Jake Paul. Good undercard.
What killed me was his comments about who. Do you see who he called out afterwards?
Oh yeah,
that's what killed Flowz. I was crying. Man, I said Canelo, AJ, Tank.
He's an elite show,
bro. The best show I've ever seen. How can you say AJ and then Tank in the same sentence? And the thing is, why that man might bite? No, AJ won't. Tank my bite. Tank my bite.
Wait, he said he wants a belt. He called out champion, didn't he? He called out Zerdo, didn't he? He called out Zerdo as well.
Oh, yeah, he said Zerdo as well. Yeah, he said Zerdo as well. Yeah.
Crazy guy.
Hilarious guy, man. But yeah, shout out to Jake Paul anyway. Shout out to Jake Paul. Before we preview next week, Flowz, or this coming week, do you want to quickly speak on Shakan Peters as well? Lost to Bradley Ray, I think his name is.
Yeah, Bradley Ray,
for the European title.
Yeah, it was a barnstormer, man. Like, I think Ray started off sharp and strong. I was a bit disappointed Shakan went firing out the jab and using these. Well, we always say this about Shakan, using his height and reach effectively.
He doesn't use it enough, man, for my liking.
Bradley was able to just walk in, land uppercuts, fight on the inside. But yeah, Shakan got back into the fight and it became a really good fight. Both on the inside, scrapping, throwing uppercuts, combinations. I think Bradley did nick it. He was one pressing the action. He probably landed the more tennis shots, let his hands go a bit more. But yeah, Shakan was in the fight for sure. It was definitely a close fight. I thought maybe it might be a split decision or a draw in there. But yeah, they called it a fight of the year, and yeah, definitely a good British dust up. But yeah, good fight. Unfortunate for Shakan, but I always think it's his own making. These losses half the time. If you use these tools properly,
for sure. He's another one that's weird sometimes. He likes those close quarters scraps, Flowz, when he can easily just stay on the outside. He's a bit Fondora like in that sense. It's weird.
Yeah, 6'5" or something.
Yep, 6'5", skinny, lanky.
Yeah, doesn't fire out the jab enough. Yeah. But anyway, your two boys fought as well. Shout out to them.
Which one of my boys was?
Deontay Wilder.
Oh yeah, Deontay.
got a fake dub.
He got a dub. Yeah, that fight. Look, the Wilder fight. Look, I saw the highlights. I mean, I didn't see the highlights. I saw the knockout. I didn't care about watching the fight. Looks sloppy as hell, man. Sloppy as hell. Yeah. Stopped this guy in the 7th round. Referees had to jump in. I don't actually know how the rest of the fight went because I only saw that. But yeah, Wilder's back. Bomb Squad's back. Set it up, man. Dave Allen, Deontay Wilder. Set it up. Or Derek Chisora for his 50th, Deontay Wilder. Set it up, man. Those are great. Floyd, those are good fights. Those are great fights.
Moses Tama, Wilder. Let's go.
I'm with it all. Even if Dylan White loses, which Dylan White might lose to Tama, still set up Dylan Wilder. I'm here for it, man.
Yeah. Look. And what's it? You have Jean Pascal. He lost.
Oh yeah. Oh, he lost.
Yeah, the Pens went there.
Left that shit in the needle. You left that in the needle, bro.
I think all-time great tweet.
Bro, what the fuck? See, look, Devin, I give him that. On Twitter, he's funny. Very funny on Twitter. Left that shit in the needle.
In person, it wouldn't have hit the same, but Twitter.
Hilarious guy, man. Very, very funny. Oh,
yeah.
Fair.
Shout out to
Pascal
Jean Pascal.
He needs to call it a day, man. Oh,
Yeah,
that face off of B Hop, legendary, legendary.
yeah, one of the
Oh,
best. One of the best.
it's all about the W for me.
It's not about the
Oh,
dunk. Did you hear what this idiot just said? It's not about the dunk.
oh, too
Yeah,
funny.
classic.
But Flowz, let's quickly take a just quick brief look into next week. Only one fight we need to talk about. That is the Jack Catterall versus Harlem Eubank. Jack Catterall is obviously on the sort of comeback trail again since he's lost to Barboza. Harlem Eubank is undefeated. Um, Interesting fight, Flowz.
Mm.
I expect Catterall to have too much class for Harlem. No offense to Harlem, but Catterall's been at places where Harlem hasn't even been close to, I would say. Harlem's best win is probably Tyrone McKenna, right? Um, that was his
Yeah.
last fight. So yeah, I don't see obviously it's boxing, anything can happen. And Catterall's on the loss. He took a loss, so he's coming off a loss. But I think he's been places that Harlem hasn't even been close to, bro. So I expect levels to show. Um, but yeah, what are your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah. It's a good fight for Catterall to bounce back almost because it's not a soup can. It's a credible opponent, but
Mm.
someone he's levels above really. So yeah, he should win. If he doesn't, then that's the
A
rise and
lot.
fall of Catterall. It's a faster fall than Josh Taylor. Almost at
Oh,
this point.
wow.
It's a faster,
Wow.
harsher fall than Josh Taylor's fall.
Definitely
So
harsher for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
He-
I expect Carroll to win. Yeah.
If he struggles, Flores, I can't lie, it's alarm bells for me. I'll probably say.
Struggles or loses?
Even I can't lie, even struggles, I might start saying it's alarm bells. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Like, no, yeah, I don't think he should be struggling too tough against Harlem Eubank. Again, no offense to Harlem Eubank, but from what I've seen of him, he's not nothing special in that sense. And yeah, the win against McKenna was nice, but again, McKenna's also someone that I don't really rate personally. So
Yeah.
yeah, I actually do think like it's a bit soon for Harlem Eubank, but you say that he's had 21 fights, so maybe not. But I guess just his matchmaking hasn't been the best to prepare him for someone like a Jack Catterall. But feel free to prove me wrong and show that you do belong. And if he wins or pushes Catterall, then we can say, yeah, he belongs. He's shown that he can belong. But yeah, I expect Catterall to look to bounce back and look to make a statement in terms of like, showing his class out there for sure. Um, on the undercard as well, it's worth mentioning, Flores, we got, I think, Joe Cordina's fighting against a guy called Jarrett Gonzalez. That's for the WBO lightweight title, global lightweight title. Got Akib Faiz versus Michael Gomez Jr. I can see Pat Brown's there, William Crawler, Leo Atang, and Sky Nicholson is also due to be on the card as well. I think that's her return from her loss against the American lady. Is it Tiara Madison? I think her name was. But yeah,
Yeah. Tiara. Yeah.
yeah. Good card, decent card. Flores, there's been before we round up, there's been some announcements, I swear, as well this week. I did see that obviously Ben and Eubank 2 was confirmed,
Yeah.
but I also saw Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. in November. Look, say what you want about Devin Haney, bro. One thing I can never, get onto that man for, he does not duck anybody. His resume is by far the best out of the four kings. Out the four, they're calling them the four kings. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That
Yeah.
crop they're not really kings, but
Yeah.
for us, by far the best though. Can't chat to him on that one. That's a great fight. So yeah, shout out to Devin
Yeah.
Haney, challenging Brian for that title. Yeah, good scrap, good scrap. Bill Haney's been on a tangent recently, bro. And he's been very entertaining. He's been entertaining me thoroughly. Um, about they've got like a little hit list that they've put together. But yeah, Norman Jr. was on the hit list apparently. So yeah, he's yeah. So shout out to David for taking that one. I thought there might have been one more big fight announcement, but it's eluding me. Yeah, I can't think of it right now, bro. So no worries. Yeah. Anything else, bro?
That's it.
All right, man. Cool. Listeners, this has been episode 254 of the SZN podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Cam.
I'm the boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know where to find us on the streaming platforms. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.